Shorty wanna blow me, then bro me. She told me that I gotta keep it low key. Somebody got a cuff like the police. That's why she always acting like the homie. Shorty wanna blow me, then bro me. She told me that I gotta keep it low key. Somebody got a cuff like the police. So she come around acting like the homie.
Never take life for granted. Shit real. I got issues for what I've been through, but then again, if I give you my all, it's genuine. You ain't never lived a life if you never took a loss. If I die tonight, everything I ever own, you can take it all. Put my pain in this music until the song hurting. Ever gave your heart to the wrong person? If I love you, just keep it tall with me. And in return, you get rewards from me. 5-star dinners, shopping sprees and long trips. Booked a short stay with your bae in the A and gave a long...
This hot fuck, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
You named all these great artists that you worked with. What was your favorite album from your label?
From the label?
And not because it's Squash Def Jam.
I'm going to say, can I give you 2?
Give me 2. Make it 3.
All right, so it's going to be Cuban Links, Pun, and Infamous.
Who's the third? Infamous.
Infamous.
Oh, and Infamous.
Was it
Okay.
But but Wu 36 Chambers
But y'all
is
love
like,
that.
it's like my first child,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So that, you know, you could love all your kids equally, but your first is your first.
But you perfected
Yeah.
moving along with those other projects. When Mobb Deep got wrapped up in this whole East Coast, West Coast beef, what was the vibe in the office? Were you like, yeah, it's wartime, let's go?
Well, Wartime Against the West?
Yeah.
My office was I also had an office on Melrose Avenue, 8360 Melrose.
Right.
We were the only ones who were allowed to go back and forth.
Because you had artists from the West Coast. You had the alcohol.
When you say allowed to go back and forth,
Like, I didn't have to check in. I didn't check in with anybody. Like, my office, if you wanted me, you knew where to get me.
Right.
But you weren't coming.
right.
We were 8360 Melrose Avenue.
Why weren't they coming, Steve?
I don't know.
Just saw your best grandfather.
His grandfather wasn't there. I want to hear why they weren't showing up to this office.
I mean, when you're catching wind of all this shit, like, and you hear about your artists getting involved, what's happening in
my mind?
Yeah. Is this a plan? Is this like, yo, you guys need to shoot back, or what's happening?
I grew up a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't understand. Like, Pac was my roommate.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like,
wait, what?
If you look at his first album,
Tupacalypse Now.
yeah, we did his whole first album, the whole marketing of his album. I'm saying we worked every record there was.
Right.
Interscope was the first label to ever give me a real retainer. Like,
Wow.
a real retainer.
like how much?
In those days,
Yeah.
when did that album come out? 1992, 1991, right? They were paying me $20,000 a month.
Wow. Nice. That was the 200 grand.
Yeah.
Put in your paperwork, go play basketball, and wow. Okay. So how did you?
So we would be on the road.
Yeah.
On the weekends. Either Feud would go or I would go. And then when we come home, he really lived in the Bay, but he would stay with me because we still had shit to do. He didn't have a place. I'm like, just crashing at my place.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
fire.
And that's
So when this was going on, did you pick up the phone like, hey,
so.
hey, Tupac?
Nah, so I always
What are you
mind.
doing?
Listen, loose lips sink ships.
Mhm.
So I just always kept my mouth shut. So I used to have long hair. Like I could still really grow my hair. So there was a guy by the name of Comb.
Come on, man.
No, during COVID, I grew my hair out.
Right.
Right? So Comb was from Paris. And he was our social director, but he knew every model, like just every beautiful woman in New York City. He had in his phone book. So I shaved my head. I was like, I'm gonna get myself a girl, I'm gonna get myself a supermodel, this, that, whatever, right?
Right.
So, do you remember the artist Tony Rich?
Tony Rich.
He was on the Face.
Mhm.
He was performing at the House of Blues, and I'm going to see him, and I get smacked in the head. But I don't know if it's a smack. Shit stings, right? So, and I look and it's Pop.
Right.
And he says, "You ain't gonna say hello to an ant." And I'm like, "Man, I don't know where I stand with you." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "All this shit, all this bullshit that's going on." He goes, "Come on, man, that's nothing. You tell those two little guys I'm doing it to keep myself relevant." Oh, wow. I love those guys. He goes, "Do you ever meet Suge?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Come on, let's go meet Suge." And Suge was nowhere to be found. But but at the end of the day, that's like
the game.
we,
Wasn't.
Did you tell that to Mobb Deep? Because they didn't seem to take it like he was just saying it to get
No, I
relevant.
told them, like, when he got shot and we dropped, their favorite record that David did was Drop a Gem on, right?
Right.
Which is my favorite record, right?
Right.
Shit was crazy.
And then when he got, I don't know if he got shot or when he passed, when we pulled the record, they agreed. I said, "Listen, I think the right thing to do is this." And Prodigy said, "We agree 100%." And they loved it.
It's crazy.
Robberies in Manhattan. You know what happened. 60 G's worth of gun clap.
Happened.
Who shot you? You probably screamed louder than the
The
opera.
opera. Wow. Okay.
Frankie Salad flashbacks to the house you got scuffed it in.
You would think you're getting your head beats enough, but then now you want to call on my team. Must have been drunk when you wrote that shit. Too bad you had to do it to your own self.
Man,
My
we see the
rebellion,
hoodie,
retaliate.
you know.
Rest in peace,
Let
Prodigy.
me
That
get
was
to
one
this.
of my favorite verses.
All right. In between this time, because there's so many different timelines that stem off from just these 3 albums. When Bad Boy was taking off, what was the energy around that time?
Between us and Bad Boy,
Yes.
we were in two different lanes. I wanted them, they were at BMG too.
Right.
I wanted them, I became Puff's biggest cheerleader. I helped him however, like the second I saw that Big Mac
Yeah.
thing,
Craig Mack.
yeah,
Biggest moment.
I called him, and that's how. And I was like, "This is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen in my life." Congrats. And we became friends. And then, when he was becoming a free agent, the guy who ran the family office for Bertelsmann, I said, "You guys are going to lose this guy in 2 seconds. Kevin, you should meet with him ASAP." He goes, "Well, have him come to dinner." We were having a holiday dinner. I was leaving to go. I made the introduction. We had dinner, and I left. And they worked out the deal.
Bad Boy.
No, I mean the deal. He was already there. He was re-upping. But
Okay. All right. But when these records are coming out, what are you thinking?
it didn't bother me at all.
Two different kinds of music.
It's like I can't. If I'm going to look over my shoulder
Mm-hmm.
to see what Puff is doing, to see what Suge is doing, to see what Russell and Leo are doing, Ruckus came into the picture, right? We were consulting Ruckus at right? You're running a race. You look over your shoulder, you're gonna trip.
Yep.
I don't have time to trip.
But you wanted to destroy Def Jam.
That was my insecurity. Like
Right.
that
You know
was
what I'm
and
saying?
my immaturity. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like
Mhm.
And they were in front of you at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
that wasn't looking back. That was They were like the goal, the ambition to hit.
Listen, you know, Russell was a celebrity, right? Puff was a celebrity. I'm not trying to be a celebrity.
You were not.
Like the day Mobb Deep's album came out, do you know what we did that day? I shut the office and we went to the park and we played ball. April 25th, 1995.
Everybody played ball.
We Mobb, everybody, like half of Queensbridge. They brought half of Queensbridge, and I shut the office. I said, let's go.
That's dope.
Could Prodigy play? Like
Prodigy wasn't there. Prodigy. Havoc could play though. Havoc could dribble. I mean, Havoc, he could get to the rack.
Right.
Dead press?
Dead press I got.
Before we get there, I want to take a break.
Okay.
5-minute break.
Philly, BEATZ.
I mean, y'all hearing what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot for a nigga to get inspired, man. So much bullshit out the take, man. So much bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? I be having to get the urge to get in this bitch, man. You know
Sometimes you gotta let that thing ride, man. You know what I mean? Rushing this shit.
like waking up sluggish from a long night after they go to the gym. And I still get it in, get the reps.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Rolling woods in my neck to keep it excellent. And my ethic is catch a movie, kill the editor, bully the bullies, prey on the predator, smoke that premium. Niggas ain't regular, get it and whipping and flipping, etc. Lecture sliding through in the Tesla, handle the rock like the professor. Felt the pressure for the lesser, everything coming together. So relentless, more endeavors, hustling more than ever. Better get yours together, fucking them whores together. Catching you and your boys together. Good connection with God, put you and the Lord together. Heaven gates, nigga.